Is India a civilizational state?
No, sir. At present, it is not. We have to work on that, I think.
Okay. So do you believe that you want to see us being a civilizational state?
I don't see that being a civilizational state, but I think the concept of Bharat, which was way bigger, I think people should realize that we belong to this Bharatiya identity and this Indic entity, the region that we belong to. I think so that will turn into civilization, because the Western ideologies completely change the thinking of the people, sir, right now.
So then what is the difference between you, Atharva, and the Western ideology and the Victorian Enlightenment then? Because where does this come from? The whole issue of civilizational state comes from the Westphalian theory or the Westphalian system. Bharata never had borders.
Yes, sir.
Bharata was never a civilizational state. Bharata was a cultural state. Our
Yes, sir.
civilization can be dated back to 4,600 years. Okay, earlier it was said about 3,000, 3,500. Now there have been new finds in the recent past. Sinoli is one of them, which clearly dates it back to 2,600 BC. So 2,600 BC to 2000 makes it 4,600 BC. There have been excavations in Kiladi in Tamil Nadu and a few others now more recently, which dates back certain artifacts to over 5,000 years. Yes. So say our civilization goes back to 5,000 years. I would say that's not where we start. We start much before that.
Yes, sir.
So we need to stop, fantasizing about us being a civilizational state, because that also demarcates you in the exact Westphalian system or Westphalian theory. Okay. Yes, and it gives you borders, right? Yes, we are a borderless people. We are a cultural state. It is our culture that has kept us together. And that is what we need to focus on. And our culture cannot be dated. No one knows how old our culture is. It is thousands of years old. And we as Sanatanis, as Bharatiyas, need to understand that. The sooner we understand that, the sooner we believe our scriptures, the sooner we say that, yes, this... See, the Abrahamic religions, just because they have something written in their scriptures, we say that it is history. Why can't it be the same for Bharatiyas? Why does it immediately go into mythology?
Yes, sir. Even our beliefs are misquoted as mythology, but it is totally different, sir.
It is totally different.
Yes,
it is totally different. And the sooner we understand this and the sooner we realize this, the better it is for us. And now I'll come back to this point of, why do we need tangible proof? Why can't we just accept what is written in our scriptures? The Britishers are long gone. The Europeans are on the decline, but we still have to think like them. We continue to carry our colonial baggage. We continue to look for proof. We continue to look for some kind of reassurance from the West. Why? That is the big question. We need to understand that our culture came first, then the civilization. So we will always be a cultural state. It's good to talk about civilizational state as well, because at a time when everybody else is talking about civilization, we should not be left behind, because there too, we are leaders.
Yes, sir.
And so we continue to talk about, here I'd like to bring in an example of the permanent seat at the UNSC, right? Some people ask, if you're never going to get this permanent seat in the UNSC, why do you even bother talking about it? Unless we talk about it, nobody is going to talk for us. Only we can talk for ourselves. So as far as civilization is concerned as well, we have to continue speaking about it, because if we don't speak about it, nobody else will speak about it. Everybody will let us go and let us be on the side. Now, what is culture according to Bharata? This is my question to you. What is culture according to Bharata?
I think it will be, there is no exact answer to this question, sir, because as a geographical entity, we are very big, and in as a cultural entity, we're also very big. So I think there will not be exact answer that I could give on this question, sir. I am unable to answer that question, sir.
Okay, so let me put it in perspective for you. Okay, it is the wisdom and intelligence to improve what is already happening in nature.
Yes.
All right.
Yes, sir.
I'll give you some examples. Agriculture, sericulture, horticulture. All these are already happening in nature and they are in the rawest form.
Yes.
We have enhanced what is around us and made it a way of life. And this is the purest form of anything. It can't be purer than this. And we have used the knowledge passed down by our rishis and our rishikas to keep evolving. And that is how we have evolved. But somewhere along the way, we forgot about all of this and we fell prey to other philosophies, to being, to get other perspectives and other cultures ingrained in us. And we forgot our own history and our own culture. And that is the problem. So just to give you another example, just to take this forward and give you another example, I was talking about, culture and how we are a cultural state, just to make that point a little more impactful. And for those who still didn't understand it, I say this also because the sooner we understand that we are a cultural state, the better it is. Take, for instance, one of the great, I say that they are the greatest empire of India because of what they have done to protect our culture and our heritage, the Vijayanagara Empire. There is not much known about them, unfortunately. I only hope that we can get to know more about them, I know enough about them, but everybody else gets to know more about them. We still don't know. The jury is not out on whether it is a Telugu-speaking kingdom or empire, Kannada-speaking empire, or Sanskrit-speaking empire, because they promoted all languages.
Yes,
If there was territory and it was not culture, it would be defined. It is culture that kept us together and culture that is continuing to keep us together. That's why we still don't know whether the Vijayanagara kingdom is Telugu, Kannada, or Sanskrit. And the advantage or the direction in which it is going is Karnataka and Kannada, because their capital city was in Vijayanagara, which is in Karnataka, and that's why it goes that way. So this is another example of a cultural state or a culture state. I hope I've answered your question. I mean, see, it's a very, very deep question and it needs a lot of time and a lot of getting into, but we have limited time. So I've answered it in the best possible way that I can in about 5 or 6 minutes.